Casey's Arts Beatniks. It's the Casey Arts Beat Report. I'm Patrick Neese. Thanks for joining me today. And yippee-yi-yo ki we have the classical cowgirl with us to tell us about a quartet rodeo coming up. But before we do that, before we get into that, I would like to please ask you to share this video with someone you know who enjoys great music, or rodeos for that matter. And
Haha.
and please subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our Substack, and follow Casey Artsbeat on Facebook. But right now it's time to say hello, not goodbye, hello to our good friend, our good friend,
Hello.
yes, Destiny Mermagen, the classical cowgirl. Hello, Destiny.
Hi. I like the Casey Arts Beatniks. That's a good one.
Thank you. Yes,
I'll
indeed.
join that club. I want to be in that club.
I'll make you honorary president.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Sure. Well, this sounds like a lot of fun, Quartet Rodeo. And let's tell people right off the top, it's going to be at 3 p.m., March 22nd at Pine Ridge Presbyterian. And where is Pine Ridge
It's on
Presbyterian?
Northwest Berry Road, kind of by Zona Rosa, but it's really easy to get to. It's right off the highway, and there's a huge parking lot. I feel like from where I live, I can get there faster than I can to a concert in downtown Kansas City. So it's a lot of people don't know about it, but it's becoming more known because they've just got such a great space and lots of fun people play there.
This is going to be a free concert. And for more information about, where it's going to be and how to get there and all of that, go to prairieclassical.org. Now, the name of the group that's going to be performing at this concert is the Frontier Quartet. I love that. Is this a new group?
We've been playing together for a little while, but yeah, relatively new. When we're in Canada, we say frontier. I'm kidding, we don't. But it's Shah Sadikov and Veronique Mathieu of Navo. They're a married couple, as are my husband Mike and I, and we just all four really work well together. Mike and I started working with their orchestra and soloing with it and playing with them a few years ago, and then we thought, we have a quartet here. Let's play string quartets. And yeah, the rest is history. We did our first concert 2 years ago, and it was called Quartet Rodeo, where, of course, we did Copeland's Hoedown from Rodeo. And the name was such a hit that I thought, we've got to do some more Copeland and some more fun American frontier-like pieces. So that's what the program will be.
But you're doing two pieces by Czech composers. And, there's a real affinity between Czech and American music. I don't know if people quite understand the affection that Czechs have for Native Americans and a Native
Mm-hmm.
American culture. There's a huge museum, I think, in Prague, where they have one of the largest collections of Native American artifacts outside of North America. And of course, Antonin Dvorak, he
Mm-hmm.
spent time right in our neck of the woods in Spillville, Iowa. I don't know if you ever been to Spillville?
I have driven through there. It's actually when he went there in 1893, it was a Bohemian colony. There actually were some Czech folks there, and he was just so smitten with the American Indian sounds and folk tunes, and that's when he wrote that amazing symphony, from the New World, and a lot of this string quartet that everybody loves. I know like, people might not know it by name, but if they hear it, they'll recognize it. Dvorak American. It's so fun. Ah.
And that's one of the works you'll be doing on the program, right?
Yes. Yes, I have such a soft spot for Dvorak. I think you and I both agree. I think you said it once that he never wrote a bad tune.
Right, absolutely. No, he's one, and he just doesn't get the kind of the love and appreciation that I think he deserves. I mean, of course, when I used to work in radio, we used to ask listeners to vote on their favorite pieces once a year, and the New
Hmm.
World Symphony was always right at the top.
Right. Hmm.
Oftentimes, it was number one. But
Right.
even in spite of that, if you ask people, name the greatest classical composers who ever lived, Dvorak doesn't really leap to mind, but he should because he wrote
Yeah.
so much great music.
He did. He's great.
And the American Quartet is just so man warm and cozy,
I
and
know it is, and it's fun. And the slow movement, the second movement is just, it's like, I don't know. If you listen to it and it doesn't move your soul, then I don't know what will. It's
yes.
just so soul stirring. It's beautiful.
And I should know this, but I don't. But the other great Czech composer, who I think was pretty much contemporaneous with Dvorak, was Smetana. Do you know if they knew each other, or do you happen to?
You know, that's a good question that a radio host for Kansas Public Radio should know the answer to. I don't know that they knew each other. I do not know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
But
I will. I should research that before the concert so I don't sound as dumb as I do now.
no, but they are certainly the two greatest Czech composers. And of course, later, Martin New and others came along, but they are the two great exponents of the Czech national school. And of course, Smetana wrote another one of the top classical hits of all time, the Moldau. But you're going to be
Yes.
doing a work of his that I think also should be much better known and really isn't. Tell us about the quartet you'll be doing.
Yes, I want to go out on a limb because I feel like this is in the back of my brain somewhere that Smetana and Dvorak did know each other and that either Smetana or Dvorak, one of them conducted the orchestra that one of the other ones played viola in.
Oh.
I have a lingering I you're going to have to fact check that after
Well,
the
if
interview.
anybody out there knows, leave a comment on this video
That's
because we
good.
we we would love to know the answer to that.
Yes. So Smetana from my life, this is a really interesting quartet. We are doing the first two movements of it. Uh, and they're the most powerful. I don't know that a lot of people know that Smetana actually went deaf, similarly to Beethoven. And this particular quartet, he wrote it at a time when he was going deaf. And the key, a lot of times we don't necessarily talk about keys to people who aren't musicians because, it's a lot of information that nobody needs. But in this case, the key of E minor, he specifically opens it with the pitch of the note that he hears ringing in his ears when he's going deaf.
Wow,
Yeah, and
I did not know that.
it's very, I mean, it's so it's just it's intense, but it's also very easy to listen to. You know how sometimes intense music can be really hard to listen to. This is just so eloquently written that it's just it's so touching. And then there's the polka is especially funny. That has some of the Czech folk in it, but what's funny is in the middle sections, he puts this, he describes it as what he views the aristocracy to be like. So it's kind of a joke in a way.
Uh,
He's just so creative, and you hear the pain that he's going through in the first movement, losing his hearing, but then there's so much happiness in this polka. So it's
uh-huh.
pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's something that Dvorak and Smetana both share, and that is just this humane quality. There's
Mhm.
this real, you can relate to their music so much, no matter what country you're from or whatever your life it happens to be. It just really touches your soul, both of
Yes.
them. And yeah, and Dvorak, of course, he loved American music, as you mentioned, and
Mhm.
he directed the American Conservatory in New York City when he wasn't in Spillville. And he encouraged American composers to draw on Native American music, like Native American, Indian music and Negro
Mhm.
spirituals. And I love the fact that you're going to be doing some folk music, American
Yes.
folk music, right?
Yeah, we're also doing Copeland's Simple Gifts. Actually, I commissioned a quartet version of it. Mike, my husband, and I played a duo version of it a few years ago, and I wrote the people who put the duo version together and asked if they could make it for quartet because we're having some Prairie Classical youth members join us for a quartet performance of Simple Gifts as part of the feature of the show. So that'll be really fun.
Well, that's great. And Simple Gifts is actually based on a Shaker tune. Uh,
Right.
yes. By the way, that's so great. You always do that at your concerts. bringing in young musicians to play side by side with professionals like yourself and your husband and others. What a great
Hmm.
opportunity that is. You must,
Yeah.
they must love that.
They do. We had a concert a couple weekends ago where I had a big number of them. I had a teacher mentorship program where some of my older students worked with some younger kids, and it's just so exciting for them to be able to get up on the stage and play with the adults. I feel like this is so obvious in the world right now. We need more better role models for children. So that's sort of what I try to use it as, to show people what the music business can be like and what appropriate adult behavior can also be like.
Oh, absolutely. Boy, oh boy, that's
It's
so
like I'm
true.
laughing because I have to say that, that's the world we're in right now.
I know, but thank you for helping make the world better in that regard. And that's sort of the
Thanks.
whole goal of Prairie Classical. Of course, you put on great music and great music in it. Tell us the motto of Prairie Classical.
Music is the best medicine. I
Yeah.
had a lot of health issues and I sort of merged the two because music really helped with it. But I've also added a second motto: classical music will save the world.
Yes, I love that as well. And it's so true. I mean, of course, it's more than just classical music, but boy, that sort of thing is very important. I don't know if you've been following this controversy with Timothy
Oh, I did briefly
Chalamet,
catch that. Yeah. I
where
uh I don't know that saying anything bashing the arts is really a good idea.
Well, I mean, he's getting a lot of blowback,
Okay.
like from Misty Copeland from the
Oh
American
wow.
Ballet Theater, and also from Doja Cat, a rapper who really, yeah,
Wow.
she took him to task big time.
Meow.
Yes, indeed. But I mean, really, that is, uh, music is so important. The arts are so important. And, if we just live our lives, man does not live by bread alone, as they say.
Right.
So, I'm so glad you're helping in that regard. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. Now, you're doing simple gifts. Anything else we didn't talk about?
There's one other piece of music that is by a Canadian composer. He's actually was born in Sri Lanka, Dinuk Wijaratney, and I can thank Veronique for finding this. We performed this last year in Canada. It's two pop songs on antique poems, and we're doing the first one, A Letter from the Afterlife. And he quotes, I don't know if most people might recognize Schubert's Death in the Maiden, but he quotes that, and it's, a lot of times when I play new music, I try to have an open mind, but some of it's bad. This
Yeah.
is not bad. It's so cool that I was like, wow, we have to do this in the States when we get back. So we're doing it. I think people will love it. It's epic.
You mentioned Veronique. I'm not sure if we mentioned her last name earlier, but
Veronique Mathieu, she's the artistic director of Navo, as is Shah Sadikov, the conductor and artistic director.
another group you often perform with.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Navo. That is how we first met. So it'll be fun.
You are a busy person. Not only do you
Yeah.
perform with your own group and other people's groups, but you also have, I think, such an entertaining morning radio show on KPR Monday through Friday. Oh,
Thanks.
sure. Tell us when and how people can tune into that.
9 to noon, Monday through Friday, 1 to 4 on Saturdays. They can listen on the Kansas Public Radio app, their local frequency. I think Kansas City probably gets 91.5 Lawrence. You can also just go to the website and listen worldwide. There's a listen button on there too. It's pretty fun. This morning I played the miser, what was it called? I forgot what it is, but it was a twist song that sounded almost like rap music, and I'm pretty sure I woke up the entire I don't know, county of Lawrence. But people liked it. So, I try to slip in a few things here and there just to make sure people are paying attention.
Yes, you do. You do very creative programming, and it's always entertaining. It's not just creative, it's also fun to listen to. Sometimes
Well, I
it's,
think that's because
sorry,
I like listening to it, and if I don't like listening to it and I'm not entertained, there's no way the audience is going to be entertained.
that's right. And, who says classical music isn't entertaining?
It's
So
very entertaining.
very entertaining. And this program you put together for Quartet Rodeo is a case in point. You don't get more entertaining than the American Quartet by Dvorak, From My Life by Smetana, Simple Gifts by Copland,
Hmm.
and a surprise as well.
Yes, a surprise that will be epic.
It will. And again, this is free. How do you do that?
Uh, we have a very supportive community that continues to give donations to Prairie Classical. So it's completely community funded. I now that we're in our third season, once I have this is inside baseball, but once I have 2 years worth of IRS tax returns and all that good stuff, it makes it a little bit easier to apply for grants. So hopefully next year, I can start applying for grants. But yeah, the community donates, and that's what really helps. So please keep it coming. prairieclassical.org.
Yeah, people can donate at that website, right? Yeah, all right.
Yes, and it's tax deductible because we're a nonprofit. So it's way more fun to give us money than it is Uncle Sam.
Absolutely. And do your part to help classical music save the world.
Yeah.
And be sure to go to Quartet Radio, 3 p.m., March 22nd at Pine Ridge Presbyterian. The Frontier Quartet. Is this their Kansas City? This is your Kansas City debut, isn't it?
No, we played 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd done played in Canada, but
We
no.
did 1 year ago.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I just didn't tell you the exact dates, but it'll be another premiere if people haven't seen us before. I don't actually
Absolutely.
know that we had named ourselves the first concert that we played. I think the name came later. So in a way you're right. As the Frontier Quartet with that name, this is a debut.
And what a great debut it's going to be with that fantastic music. Destiny, classical cowgirl, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Um,
Likewise.
and we look forward to this concert.
Sounds good. Thank you. Yes, everybody please come. It's going to be fun.
So again, please share this video with someone you know who loves great chamber music, loves Dvorak, Smetana, Copland, and loves the arts in general. And subscribe to the KC Arts Beat YouTube channel, subscribe to the KC Arts Beat Substack, and follow us on Facebook. And until next time, I'm Patrick Neese.
And I'm the classical cowgirl.